So I'm here with Hawk Mazzotta at his compound here where he does a lot of training. And so we're just going to learn a little bit about him today. Um, so, why coaching instead of just racing?
Well, racing's going to come to an end at some point, and it pretty much already had in my career. I stopped racing in 2010. So there's a lot of different careers from 2010 I've had up until current. Um, but teaching is something that I can do for a long time. I would hope, longevity, pass it on. There's no to me, there's no replacement for experience than actually doing that thing, which in this case is seat time. You know, paying your dues, learning oftentimes the hard way because that's the absolute best way to learn sometimes. So, I've learned so much over all these years of riding and racing. A lot of it's been just learned myself in seat time, learning the hard way, and then a lot of it's been taught to me by some of the best racers in the world. And so it's extremely gratifying, and I love teaching. I love passing it on, especially with our next generation. There's such a need for it, whether they're racers or just riders for a hobby. It's changing lives, truly changing lives, and giving direction to some that don't have direction, building confidence to those who need that confidence. So yeah, there's a lot more to it than just riding the motorcycle, but I get the best of both worlds. I can pass it on, which feels good, and I love riding. Pretty much any time in the seat is good time, and um, it's pretty much still my happy place that I don't have to think about other things. I can sort of just be in the moment on the motorcycle, and so yeah, I'm blessed. It's cool.
So, what's your definition of success? What is it to you?
Um, Doing something to the best of my ability, period. Always giving it that absolute all, and doing it to where I feel that I achieved, what I set out for, setting that goal, which is a hard one though, because, on the daily basis teaching, I know as soon as I meet a student, then I get a feel for who I'm working with. And I have my basic curriculum, but that's always adjusting. So, teaching wise, uh, success is having a student show up and leave confident, safe rider, and having fun while doing it, and safe while learning and while doing it. That's success for me. But then success for me personally, riding and racing though is different. That's a hard one. That's a challenge for me daily still, every race weekend, because I'm not achieving what I set out to achieve. I'm giving it my all, but I'm not stoked there. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of racers at the level that we're at racing. I think there's screws loose in a lot of us racers. I know for sure there is for me, and you're always wanting more. Once you get to the top and you're winning, which I've been at the top in other levels. I've not been at the top in AMA Pro or Moto America winning. Once you get there, though, it's like, and then you just want more. Like, you get second or third, you're on the podium. That's not enough. I want more. You win a race, you're off the bike, you're already searching, how can we find more? And I think that's what it takes, though. If you don't have that, you're not going to be successful in professional racing.
Yeah. So, I mean, you had a long race career. You've been riding bikes a long time. So, what
Yeah.
motivates you now that was different than like 10, 15 years ago?
I love the challenge and I love the adrenaline still.
Mm,
I love it. It's my addiction.
mm,
I mean, I've after stepping away in 2000, I have stepped in and out of the sport several times. That's the difference with me, is that I think I never had the I didn't grow up doing it. I didn't start till I was 16 racing. And so I really was a normal kid in the regard of I was going to high school and had jobs, and didn't have that total 100% commitment and know for me and myself that that's what I wanted to do, is just race motorcycles. You know, I didn't. I still wanted to do other things, try other things. And when I had a very big crash and I got real hurt at times, that was my reset again of do I really want to do this? Not, like, I'm scared to crash. It's part of sport. But it was really that time while you're healing, or man, I'm maybe gonna go do something else. So for me now, it is still, after coming back again I'm 45, almost 45 years old. Risk versus gain. I've got the family, and kids. They're my life. They're my everything. So it is truly that, like, it's my fix, man. I'm still quick, I think. I'm still good enough to go compete, and I feel like I could run up where I want to run, up at the front. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. And I just, man, it's just that, like, if there was something else, if I was into drugs or alcohol or some other extreme addiction, this is mine. It sort of helps me tick. It keeps me going. If I don't race, like, let's just say next year I'm not racing anymore, because the reality is maybe I'm not. I need something else. And I've already talked to my wife about it. I'm like, I'm gonna get my ankle fixed, and get my full replacement ankle, and I think I'll be freaking Forrest Gump. I'm gonna go do triathlons and run and go challenge myself in some other extreme healthy way.
Okay. Yeah, I hope you do at least one more season. Be cool to follow you around the country.
Yeah,
and really
thank
dig
you.
into
I would like
it.
to.
Yeah.
One more season would be cool. I've said that since 2022. Though.
Yeah.
The racing fell in my lap organically. I had not raced since 2010. I refused to. I had some, offers. Hey, will you race this bike or things? And I just said no. I will not, because I knew if I dabbled, I'd get back into it, or I'd want to, and that's not what I needed to be doing over these years. So in 2022, I was approached by a fellow racer, Corey West, asking me if I wanted to race a bagger, because he turned the ride down, and I ended up racing the bagger for that team. And it's cool is that just every year since 22, it has organically happened. I mean, it's effort, it's work too, but I'm not out there unrealistically saying, I gotta go race. And no, like, this is a really neat marketing tool for my business of teaching with Hawk Mazzotta Moto Camp, and now with the Golden State Championship. It's a great tie-in and marketing tool in helping our next generation of kids get into sport. So it keeps me relevant, it keeps me sharp, and it just continues to happen. So if it can happen, I think it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Then we'll keep doing it.
Go with the flow.
Yeah.
I mean, out of all the addictions, this is probably the best one to have.
It's healthy if you're not banged up and broken up, because that is not ideal, at this point in life. And I know it's hard on my family when I'm banged up, and I know it's a dangerous sport. Like, you can be worse than banged up, and that's the part about this sport that is, it's a reality. It's a really tough reality as you get older.
Yeah.
As a kid, I really did not care, but now I on a weekend, my number one priority is to come home to my family, and then number two is that go win and have fun. But it's definitely a good addiction.
Yeah. If you're coaching, let's just say if your coaching career ended tomorrow, what would you be most proud of?
I guess just the numbers of lives that I've affected in a positive way, for sure, a lot. Since 2019, since I started this business, I've really seen so much stoke out of so many students, be it kids, adults that are up in their 80s, almost 90 years old, all walks of life. That is what it's about, pass it on. And most of all, I would say the kids who've got some rough home life. And there's a lot of it around here where we live in Cottonwood, in this area. There just is. There's a lot of it, and it's really sad to see, especially being a parent. It's just, you shouldn't have kids if you can't parent them right, and there's a lot of that around here. And so to see a lot of these kids come out, have never ridden, or they do ride, and to see their confidence just go out the roof, and to now have this hobby, this thing that's building their mental strength and their physical strength, and maybe they're the ones that are bullied at school. I've seen a lot of that these days, and it's like that whole thing of whatever. I'm a freaking motorcycle rider.
Yeah.
It's cool, it's like, as a kid, I feel like most everyone wants to be, especially boys, but you want to be a cowboy, and or girls. It's like, I see it in boys and girls. They're just like, I'm a freaking badass. I'm a motorcycle racer. So, yeah, I'd say if this ended tomorrow, definitely have changed lives. And I think I've seen a lot of the students I've worked with. Locally, I still see them riding, racing, the parents, and they're still doing it, and it's cool.
That's
A
awesome.
lot of it started with me, or and yeah, it's good. It's a good thing.
A piggyback question on that: if a student can only remember one thing after you're done coaching, what would you want that to be?
Have fun, don't crash.
Yeah.
That's my like slogan. I would say slogan. That's the words that I tell my students. Before every session, every moto that we do, we'll have a goal. We set a goal. Even if it's a 5-minute moto, we set a goal of what we're focused on and working on. And it's that little reminder. It's that verbal reminder of have fun, don't crash. Because we're here to have fun. And, sometimes just that quick little don't crash. If you crash, you crash. Big deal. It's part of the sport. But sometimes that, especially some riders, they're just wide open, and you need that reminder to reel it in that bit. So have fun, don't crash, because if we're having fun, that's the whole goal. If we're not crashing, likely we're learning something, and it's longevity. If you're trying to be a racer or just ride, as a hobby, you got longevity if you're not crashing. The older we get, you don't crash as well. And a lot of my students are older, and sometimes a crash, mentally sets you back, or physically you might be done, or financially you might be done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot more, but have fun, don't crash is just a simple one.
What would you say would be the hardest thing to teach somebody that doesn't have to do the bike, the technical side, the riding, if that makes sense? Like, what's the hardest thing to teach?
If they're not, if I'm trying to teach a rider, or just have someone else learn how to teach.
Well, just anything. Like, what's the hardest thing to teach?
Physical on a motorcycle?
It just has nothing to do with really like the riding technique and something. Kind of bounce off that question, like have fun, don't crash. Like what's like the hardest thing to?
Probably overall, especially with the youth, patience. Probably patience. Especially these days, our youth. Patience. Even, I guess adults too, is instant gratification these days. We're so used to having it now. With everything is, you want to eat, cool, just order it and they'll drop it on your door. You want, you don't want to drive, good, your car will do it for you. It's ridiculous, really. And I think that's turned into a habit that we as humans are expecting overall. Instant gratification, lack of patience. And so with the youth, I definitely see it. It's, instead of being in the moment right now, we're focused on the foundation, throttle, the brakes, the basics, because you don't know how to ride yet. When are we going to go ride that track over there? The big track, the one with the jumps. So probably patience, and even, even adults or racers that want to aspire to go pro. The drills, the foundational things, the things that we do over and over, and repetition are so important. It's stuff I still work on over and over again. And so that's a really a hard thing. It's a challenge to just say, let's just do this until we get it sorted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because they want to do what they see online.
Yeah. Correct. That's right.
And I want to do it now.
Yeah. They see, a rider jumping and doing these whips and all these things. Well, I want to go just learn to do jumps and all that, you know?
Yeah.
So out here, we don't have many jumps for that reason too. So if we keep it simple,
Oh, yeah.
a lot of the foundational key things are just flatland, you know, in my opinion.
Don't tempt them.
And don't tempt them. Yeah, I used to have more jumps. I had obstacle courses, which I would like to bring back, but you know, if especially with our youth, you see it, you want to do it. You know, what kid doesn't? They want to go fast, they want to jump, they want to go through mud.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what do you think the biggest misconception people have about learning to ride is?
Well, I think an overall misconception of motorcycle riders in general is that we're not punks and hooligans. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think it's sort of, I mean, we are in ways, you know, but I think motorcycle riders, skateboarders, like, it's just been this old school thing of like, we're rebels, and you know, motorcycle riders sort of gotten a rap, and what we have to these days, right now in the current, be careful of is the whole e-bike thing. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Is that, like any other sport or anything we're doing, just being respectful. You know, I mean, the e-bike thing is such a big topic because they're accessible, and it's allowing riders to go ride anywhere they couldn't before because of the noise, and which is, I think, a wonderful thing. But you know, again, it's especially with our youth, it's all in the parenting. Freaking parent your kid, teach them to be respectful, because otherwise I'd rather have like our kids on those e-bikes out shredding, having fun, versus sitting there playing a video game, you know, and just rotting their brains out, playing games that have guns and all this weird stuff, like, you know. So yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
Different world.
different world.
Always changing though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you've taught a lot of riders out here. Yeah.
yeah.
Is there any rider that just stands out that you'll like never forget?
Yeah. There's been a handful, really.
Like, why is that? Why do they stand out?
I mean, there's been a couple. One, for example, was I think in 2020, early on, and that rider, I think he was about 12 or 13. And he's a standout because one of my prerequisites is because of him, that you have to know how to ride a pedal bicycle. And I'm flexible on that, but one of my prereqs is you have to know how to ride a freaking pedal bike, because that truly teaches your balance mechanisms. And now there's the Strider bikes, you know, which are great. You know, you just push them, put your feet up, and you're still getting that balance. And he came out, I think he was 13, and he was riding a 110, and he was the hardest rider I'd ever worked with because he could not get the balance down. And he wanted to walk. He wanted to put his foot down, which as soon as you just put a foot down, you take a step, pushes you over the high side. You can't do it. And that was the most challenging lessons I've ever taught, even over my 2-year-old, 3-year-olds. And he'd never rode a pedal bicycle. He'd never done a Strider. He'd never done anything tool related. And so that was that thing. And that's the thing that came up for me too. Again, is these days, I asked his dad, I said, dude, how have you not put your son on a bicycle? That's his parents. Isn't that what you do? I think we all, for the most part, rode a pedal bike as a kid. That was your freedom. You get on your 2 wheels and you're gone. You know, you rode your BMX bike everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So, and that's something that is more common. Kids are not riding bicycles as much. They're not getting their driver's license right when you turn 16. There's these delays. So anyways, that was a standout for me, is having those balance mechanisms. And a birthday for a turning 87-year-old. It was a daughter and a mom. The daughter bought a lesson for her mom at 87. I thought that was so cool.
That's rad.
You know, learning to ride.
Yeah.
And the whole story of it was that she went to an event in San Francisco, Dykes on Bikes.
Oh man.
And she rode on the back with her girlfriend. And she said, I'm never riding the back again. I'm going to be riding my own bike. So
That's what's up. Yeah.
yeah. She said, I'm going to learn to ride. I was like, right on. Turning 87, she came out, she
Mm.
rode, loved it. Then got her own bike and self riding at 87, and
Never too late, man.
never too late. Yeah, yeah.
Those are some cool
Lot
stories.
of cool experiences, a lot of neat
Mm-hmm.
people. That's part of the cool thing too, is that I meet so many cool
Mm.
individuals. You know, when we were going through the COVID process, there was the California Adventure Academy, which
Mm-hmm.
was a local uh, independent school system that was all outdoor based. So part of their schooling was they came out here and they brought all the students out and rode. So it was 2 full days, and I had it was almost 150 riders in 2 days.
Mm.
They had to teach how to ride. It was brutal, because I had a very small window from kindergarten up through high school ages to say, here's how we do this, and now I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate, and then I'm going to work with individual riders one at a time, but we only had a few minutes to do it. And then the next rider, the next one, and then we'd go back again and say, okay, now you ride. It was brutal.
Dude.
I learned so much because in 2 days I had to get through 150 riders basically. Some rode, some didn't ride. It was insane, honestly, looking back. I'm like, dude, I don't. But I learned a lot, and it was a great experience.
Talk
They
about
all rode,
pressure, dude.
and no one got hurt, and
Oh, nice.
it was interesting.
Success.
It was a success.
Yeah.
But anyways, man, lots of all walks of life, lots of neat experiences, and still challenges every time I teach.
Just do one more question before we tie into the Golden State here. But what's a lesson motorcycles has taught you about life?
Man, commitment, having grit, follow through, dedication. As far as the on the bike part of it, I mean, if to do what I've wanted to do, which is make a career of it and be the best professionally racing. I mean, joy riding, going out and riding in the woods and all that. That's just the freedom and the the part that I still love. But yeah, once you're on the motorcycle, it's all on you. It's all on you. It's a very hard sport, and it's such a team sport with the team and mechanics and all that. But when the light goes out racing, it is on me, and so there's no excuses, no BS. You gotta bear down and do it. So it's taught me to be tough and really focused in life. That's carried through, I would say, a lot in my life of my work ethic, and being mentally tougher and physically tougher, which has just helped in life overall. I'd say that's probably the biggest thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. And then, so let's talk about the Golden State Championship. I'll just leave it open.
Okay.
You can shout it out, say what you want about it, let people know what's going on, what it is.
Okay.
I know we're going this weekend, so
Yeah.
just anything you want to talk about, you can just go ahead and
Okay.
share.
Yeah. Golden State Championship. It's AMA Pro Supermoto and mini road racing. Each round we have 4 rounds in the championship, and we are coming up on round 4, the final round of the season. Each round is a Moto America Mini Cup qualifier, which is the focus on our youth road racers. Thus far, it's been for our first season, it's been a success, I would say. Round 1 started at Buttonwillow down in Bakersfield. Round 2 at Apex in SoCal. Round 3 right here in Redding. And the next round is in Sonoma this coming weekend. All on go-kart tracks, road courses with a dirt section. And, this has been something that I've been wanting to do for a lot of years, is to host a road race series. That's my real passion, is road racing. And Supermoto combines road racing and motocross and flat track. It's sort of the ultimate discipline, in my opinion. And I love personally doing Supermoto. And the sport was so big at one point, and when it was in the X Games, and you can host a Supermoto race darn near anywhere. And it's fun for spectators, it's fun for riders. So I just think there's so much potential, and the riders, since it fell off, have wanted it back so bad. And so we have provided a series again. And the road racing in the United States for youth, for our young youth, is almost non-existent. Until they're of the age to go to Moto America, there's really not much out there. There's becoming more now, but there's a need for it. So the goal was really to bring back Supermoto. Hopefully the goal is to bring it back to what it was. Like, we're talking big time. I would love to see that again, and it could happen. And provide a proper professional racing series for our kids. And it's working. We're learning every round that we host this. There's the growing pains. There's things that we can be better and more efficient with. But it's a lot. It's my series that is all on me until we go to a round. I've collaborated with 3 incredible other racers and human beings. Bronson Pierce, who's our Supermoto sort of guy, very good rider, racer, awesome guy to work with. And John Hopkins, he's world level MotoGP racer. I mean, one of the best Americans we've ever had. And Tyler O'Hara, who is our Moto America, badass king of the baggers guy. I mean, he's just a diverse racer. So we've co-hosted with them each round. So it's still a lot. It's so much to take on. It's so much on the back end that really, if you don't know, you don't know. People don't realize the amount of effort and time and money that goes into this is insane. So that's a challenge too. You got to spend money to make money, and to keep this going is like, we're digging deep. So, this year is a lot of sacrifice, and my time, my wife's time, my family's time. It's just her and I at Sonoma doing all the time and scoring, and everything else on the back end prior to. Like right now, each night we'll be loading up, getting ready to head down there, taking all the equipment, doing all the entries tonight and the next night, putting them in the computer. So there's a lot to it, but I think that come next year, a lot of these things will get crossed off the list. It'll become more turnkey, which will be hopefully more feasible for us to do this.
Yeah.
And make more sense financially to do it. And then it'll in turn be better for our racers. I think overall, I'm proud and happy with what we've done in year 1 overall. I'm a racer. I know what I want and I need as a racer. Safety is number 1, and a good show on schedule, good competitive racing, purse money. We do all that. We've provided it. There's definitely been some hiccups, but my gosh, like, I'm stoked. I'm proud of it. Darn good racing. We provide a purse, that a lot of pro series don't even provide a purse. You can show up and make money, which is darn cool. That's out of our pocket. So yeah, I'm stoked on it. I think overall racers are pretty happy. Good paddock of people. Good paddock as far as the family members, the racers, which is a big thing. It's a good group. And you can never, again, I'm reminding myself, you can't please everyone. You can't. You can do everything that in my eyes would be a smooth race weekend ran, and someone won't be happy.
Yeah.
You got to do your best to listen and take input and hear racers. And beyond that, though, it's like, I know what is needed to run a good series overall. And we're doing that, as do my 3 partners, for sure. But it's honestly, at this point in life, being 45 almost, and having been in this industry for so many years, having sort of raced at the top, I know what's wanted and needed, and I also have a very, very no BS attitude. And there's a lot of other thoughts these days, very soft attitudes, very weak and soft of, well, we want this and we want that, and gripe and complain. Like, show up and race.
Yeah.
It's the same for everyone.
Yeah.
And I think that's what is lost these days. And I want my series, and I know my partner's in the same boat, of like, we will always have a safe operation, safe tracks, provide good seat time. We're going to do everything, but at the same time, if it's not good enough for you and you're a griper and complainer, don't show up. It's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
I don't need to appease everyone. I'm not I want a really good paddock and good racing, but I'm not there to just make friends and be like, ooh, I got to make that right for you. No, we're going to make this how it should be to build our future generation of gritty, solid racers, and also cater to our veteran riders, our older riders, our new riders. You got to cater to everyone, but it's got to be freaking solid, you know?
Yeah. Well, dude, you got my help and support from here on out. I want to see the
You've been
sport
amazing.
grow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a privilege to get to hop in on something and just be a part of it. Because there's, like you said, there's not a lot out there.
And it's needed, though.
Yeah.
There's not much out there. And I think sometimes, unfortunately, these days of what is out there, whether it be accessible just through, let's say, internet, YouTube, I can just watch that. No, actually, a lot of that's just the wrong information. Or if it's a series, it's not ran right. You know, it's a dangerous track.
Yeah.
Or it's a local club that does a horrible job, and they shouldn't be doing it. And it hurts our sport.
Yeah.
Period.
All over the country, too.
All over the country. You know, we're seeing deaths, we're seeing injuries, we're seeing negligence, which makes it to where we're not going to have our sport. Because at the end of the day, for me to go rent a track and the cost of the insurance, I won't be able to do it if it continues to rise each year like it is.
Yeah.
I can't do it. So we got to really make sure that we've got the right people, you know, on the back end running it, and, you know, running it through AMA. It's a good thing. It's a platform going through USMCA, you know, and having some sort of a credential, some sort of a background to run things properly. So, and doing what you do is what's going to help get it out there, keep the sport going. Because I don't do it. I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
This isn't what you do is what you're good at. And, you know, I don't promote and push like I should. And the social media is not my jam. So having the guys like you is huge. You know?
Well, you got me now. So
Thank you,
I'm
man.
locked in with you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
We got Ohio coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We're, not this weekend, but next?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah. We'll have Sonoma this weekend and Ohio. And then not too much longer, and then we'll be in Texas.
In Texas.
So
Yeah.
should be fun.
We got Don on board here with Remnant MX, man. He's traveling, went to Laguna Seca to my race, which is super cool. Going to Ohio, mid-Ohio. So, you know, different vibes. It's cool going to different tracks across the nation, different weather, different local racers, very different track, different surfaces, and there's a lot.
Yeah.
It's fun though. It's so cool. Ohio's a good one. Probably one of the best spectator events we have.
Okay.
Usually Ohio's pretty solid. Old school crowds still show up, you know. Not like it used to be. It used to be setting couches on fire and
Yeah.
wild. But
X
it's still
Games type stuff.
yeah, it's still good. It's fun. And then Texas is a beautiful facility, beautiful track. It's freaking Texas.
Yeah.
So it's rad. Bring a cowboy hat. Downtown, you know, Austin is wild. It's pretty fun. It's fun, man. Sort of rally the troops and do it.
Yeah.
Laguna's fun. We got tuned up one night.
Mm-hmm.
Got to do it once in a while.
That was a long night.
You know, that's something else that's a little lost these days is the paddock isn't what it used to be, which is probably good in ways. But, you know, just sort of letting loose, having fun. You
Well,
know?
Texas should be fun because I'll be there Wednesday to Monday. So I made sure I had plenty of
You got
time to,
time.
like, chill.
Just Sunday
and-
night, you can go.
Yeah.
Let loose.
So-
No, that's good. You can get a lot of good content. And what's sort of fun, don't tell my wife, but, you know, it's just the dudes in Ohio, which means I have the rental car to myself,
Okay,
which
sick.
means
I got a
fun.
rental car, too.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Handy brake, shenanigans.
All right.
Because I have like unfortunately, because she's very responsible, and so I got my driving privileges.
I'll cut that part out.
Yeah, take that out. No, I got my driving privileges taken away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you're in race mode, and I always request a handy brake, and you just do really good stuff in a rental car.
Yeah.
She doesn't let me drive, so she's not going to Ohio, so I get to drive.
Dude, I asked them if they have any manuals, and they said no because of the liability.
Makes sense. Probably not.
And I was like,
Super lame.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Handy brake's still pretty.
Yeah.
The compact cars.
But yeah, those pretty rad still.
Yeah.
So
So
let's wrap this up with one last question. Just back to the Golden State series. Like, where do you hope, like, the series looks like in 5 years?
Man, I would love to have the road racing side of things, which is our kids, from the little guys on the PWs, the JRs, the little 2, 3, 4, or 5 year olds, up through our kids that are ripping, on whatever the bikes are by then, but the Ovalis and the maybe the 400s and all that. But I would like this to be a proper stepping stone to Moto America, like proper.
That'd be
It's
sick.
a feeding series.
Yeah.
Like they are. We're taking our new riders who've never ridden, and we're getting them on track safely, having fun, grassroots, family style. But then the racers who we have potential. We've got Americans that can go overseas and make it to the top level like we used to have. It's got to start young.
Yeah.
So I hope that this could be that series, and then we say, here you go, Moto America. We got some talent, and they're already dialed, and or through Moto America or with Moto America with a mini cup, straight to Europe. That's the goal. There's no reason we shouldn't have it. And then the Supermoto side of things is just absolutely proper. We get a big money sponsor on board again to really host really neat events. Take it where it used to be. Go do some stuff with Moto America at their events. Go do something with Supercross. Do things that are with NASCAR. I mean, big scale.
Bro, this is exactly why, like the media side of Remnant, this is just how I can start making some money, getting monetized, like just being consistent, putting this stuff out. So that funds travels for me and whatever. But like the whole purpose of me starting Remnant is I want to do that exact same thing. I was like, because Logan McGuire races at Stillwater. He's a fast kid, good kid.
Oh,
The McGuires.
McGuire family.
Yeah. Great
Little
family.
redhead kid.
Yeah, great
Yes.
family.
Yep.
And so it's like one of the first times I went out there, for some reason, just I gravitated. Like literally the first thing I said to my wife, I was like, I think it's 184 is his number. I was like, that 184. I didn't know these people, know nothing. First time seeing anybody out there, and I was like, he's gonna make something. He's doing something.
Yeah.
And then it's like
Caught
I
your
wanted
eye.
to grow this. Do what?
Just caught your eye. Yeah.
Just caught my eye, and I was
Yeah.
like, I want to be able to take kids like that, take financial responsibility and the travel and stuff off parents' backs and get them to wherever they want to
rad.
go or whatever they
Yeah.
want to do. It doesn't have to be like a pro. It could be a weekend warrior that just wants
Help
to
them though.
maybe
Just-
podium on a weekend one time
Yeah.
for the experience
Yeah.
at a local track. It's like just help, like you said, just grow
Yeah.
the next generation and just take them where they want to go.
whatever that goal might be.
Yeah, just
man.
be that
That's so
stepping
rad.
stone. So it's just so cool that ran into you
Yeah.
on a random Sunday and then started doing this, and here we are now.
It is super cool.
And now we're cool and we're doing
Yeah,
all
man.
this. It's like it's like a dream of mine come true. Like I don't.
Well, we're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
That's what's super neat is that this has got things have to sometimes align organically.
Yeah.
And had I not gone out to the track that day or walked over and handed you guys the flyers, it's
Yeah. Because we were in just a personal pit.
Yeah,
you know,
correct.
like
I was just talking to our son Waden yesterday on our way home from Reno, and I said, buddy, it's super important in life is to really step outside your comfort zone and go shake those hands and go meet those people. Just go say, hey, hi, I'm Hawk. Who are you?
yeah.
Because man, you meet so many cool people, and I know I'm probably majority of the time, especially we as Americans in America are so closed off in that regard compared to other countries.
Big time.
What made me think of is yesterday at the track in Reno, I was in the trailer with our son and then the two brothers who I'm working with, the Burner brothers, and a little girl.
I love those guys.
They're so rad.
Yeah.
Ryan and Andrew, dude, they're super cool. Great family. And we were all sitting there, and Mark, the dad, was in there, and there's a little girl who came over, and her dad was in a go-kart, and so she was just watching, and she popped her, she's like, hi. And she said, I think Maxine. And she's like, I've just been wanting to meet you guys all day. And she was so sweet and so assertive. We were like, come in. And she came in and was just so rad. Like just talking and what's your name? What's your name? And what do you do? I think it's so cool you ride motorcycles. Motorcycles are so much cooler than a go-kart. She was so rad.
Oh,
And she was
cool.
8. Like, dude, you're so cool. And we're so not cool.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't just probably gone up to her dad and be like, hey, I'm so-and-so. So Anyways, it's that reminder.
It's those moments.
Yeah, go meet people, go talk, go share, and that's how probably most relationships or businesses or partnerships are formed.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by that tent that day.
I'm glad I did, man.
This is cool. Cool stuff.
Well, thank you. This is a lot of effort you're doing, and I recognize it. And like you were saying, if I could afford to say, dude, let's go out there. I'll fly you out and stuff. And that's my goal, though, is to be able to say, let's go out, and I pay for all your stuff. You know,
we'll figure it out together.
That's what teaming up collaborations can do.
Yep.
You know, and I think, you know, the paddock, the Moto America paddock, super cool, really cool people, so open. Like you just being out there again, people put, you know, a name to your face and know what you do and what you're doing, and you can get. It's going to open up so many doors.
Yeah.
So many, and you know, especially on the Thursday, the setup day, to be able to jam around and introduce you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
To people. Make the connections.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I mean, I'm consistent. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Ohio, I got a red eye. I don't get in until 5:15 Friday morning, and I have to wait
to
till
look at your
8.
stuff. We might be the same.
Oh really?
Yeah. I always do the red eye.
I can't pick up the car till like 8, so I'm gonna have to hang around.
Yeah, I know that happens.
Yeah.
You fly out of Reading?
Yeah.
Yeah, Reading
Yeah.
to
Is it San Francisco?
either San Fran,
or LA. I can't remember which one.
We might
I
be on the
picked.
same flight, dude. I didn't.
We might.
There's only a couple. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only the couple that go out, but I always show up Thursday, land. Usually it's about 5 in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha. Yeah, we may be on the same flight.
Yeah.
Then. So, but then I was like, I want more time, Texas. It'll be the last one. Like, I didn't want to.
That's
push
cool.
it.
Wednesday to Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
It's
and then Ohio, I'll leave Monday because I'll stay there Sunday night and then leave Monday and then drive down 7.5, 8 hours and go see my grandma in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Oh, no way.
And then I'll be there till like Thursday.
In where?
In Cookeville, Tennessee.
Oh, cool.
So it's right between Nashville and Knoxville.
Oh, that's perfect, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I haven't seen her in like 4 or 5 years. I just called her up. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in Ohio. You mind if I come down and hang out?" She's like, "Well, you don't even have to ask."
And then you'll drive back and fly out
of Nashville.
Okay.
It's like
yeah.
45-minute drive.
Perfect.
Maybe. So I'll fly out sometime. I think it's like 5 o'clock on Thursday in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So I'll still have like the whole Thursday morning with her, and then peace out.
Have you been in Nashville?
Oh yeah, I've tons of times in Nashville.
Oh, cool. I've never been.
I spent a ton of time on the East Coast.
Okay.
Like New York, Jersey area.
Okay.
Down in Florida.
Is that where you're from? Your family's from?
So my immediate family is from Kansas, like Wichita, Kansas area, but like all my family is out east. Tennessee, Pennsylvania, Jersey.
No way.
Yeah. My grandpa worked at Woolworth, and one of those top high risers had one of those big corner offices.
Okay.
And so like that's where they were for a long time.
Oh, that's neat. So, I have a lot of family in Pennsylvania. That's pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All my dad's side of the family, Italian, they're all out there in Pennsylvania.
Oh, sick. So we do Italian pizza, like real Italian pizza. Yeah,
do you?
It's this
I gotta
legit
come up
thing.
To shop.
Yeah, if you're Italian, I think you'll love it.
We should do something up at the shop too.
Yeah,
if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like just do some sort of tie-in and promo thing, and
yeah, dude.
You know, do you have like stickers, shirts, any hats, or any gear?
We don't have any restaurant merch yet.
Okay.
But I mean, I got some Remnant stuff.
Or even the
yeah.
You have to, if you have, then give me something.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can do some interviews or some things at the track on Thursday with it.
Dude, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I got some sick. I made some stickers that are coming in.
Oh, nice.
I did like a little collector series of